Welcome back, everyone. We are into the third set of the day, which is going to be Dicka Ben versus Frostburn.
Yeah, can't wait to watch both these teams. Dicka Ben has been so strong on day one, and Frostburn, they were second in their group, but I think they brought the first team to a game 3. They did very good, and it's a pleasure to watch them back.
Yep, yes, indeed. And also, as per usual, the audience here, the crowd, absolutely hyped for this. Hell yeah!
Come on, crowd, give us some noise!
Hey! you love to see it. Everyone is so hyped to be seeing these next games, and we're really, really looking forward to see what both teams are going to bring to the table here, because we have seen some very, very good games from both of them yesterday. So it'll be interesting to see. I do know for sure that there has been a sub in for Frostburn, but shall we go through who's on each team, just so people are aware?
Oh yeah, sure. So Dicka Ben has Noctis, crazy blasphemy, dude that doesn't need any introduction. And Barley and Wasabi, both also so great players.
Yep, yes, indeed. And then on the side of Frostburn,
On the side of Frostburn, we have Zinin, Yoshid, Ferrari, and Umbre that's subbing in for Lucy.
Umber Knight has been subbed in. So that will be interesting to see if that changes up how they're going to be playing today, especially since it's going to be the first map we have, map mode, we have already seen it twice today, but is going to be on Power Control on Hagglefish Market.
Yeah, Hagglefish, it's already a classic, and Tower Control is a map where you want to snowball it. Like, this map list that we have for round 1 is about fighting. It is about feeding and making sure the other team feeds worse than you. And we love to see a lot of fights.
Yep, yes indeed. We've seen so many moments in the past couple games where both teams have just been, the chaos has reigned, and people just keep dying left and right, and especially in that last game we saw with Rainmaker, with the teams from before, some
Deaths and Baguetti.
and Baguetti. We saw that moment there where everyone died at the start except for one carbon. So we've definitely been seeing that kind of chaos reigning. But we're gonna see if it's gonna be quite similar or a little bit different in this first game between these teams.
Yeah, and Frostburn has an awesome backliner in Ferrari with the Heavy and the Hydra. Ferrari will stay alive, I hope. And I think like having that kind of solidity is what you want to have if you can maintain that solidity. And it's very hard to maintain solidity on these map modes. But if you can do it, and Ferrari can do it, just has to, you can get a lot for your team, and we're going to see how it's gonna pan out on Tower Control Hagglefish. But as we've seen on the previous games, like, every map is going to be so different. There's always the opportunity for a comeback for each team.
Yes.
So don't blink, don't go anywhere, it's going to be a good one.
It absolutely is. And I do believe at some point soon the teams are currently readying up to get into this first game of the set, and we will be able to start out real soon. So we are so ready for this.
Yes, let's go. It is now starting.
There we go. There we go.
Yes.
All right, what have we got? There is that Hydra you were talking about.
Oh yeah.
And a Gal on both sides?
Yeah, I mean, the Kraken, we know what the Kraken can do on the tower. And it's about like the aggressivity that both teams are able to say. Like, you see on the side of Frostburn, okay, we have a Hydra, the rest of the team that can just run at the enemy with a Wiper, with a Tetris, with a light Tetris actually. That's going to be like spectacle to watch. Can't wait for it. Both teams like just smelling each other right now.
Just trying to figure out the best way to approach, because yet again, Whoever gets the best of the first team fight.
And both Krakens just running around the tower trying to get the pigs. That's going to be one on the wiper for Jude.
But it does not seem, still, it's very, very even here. And there's one down on the side of Dicka Ben here, which does mean that they're still kind of fighting over mid. But they have been able to get the tower going, and that should continue with 3 down on the side of Frostburn.
3 down and a jump out for the 96. That means Dicka Ben can move so up forward, and that Inkwood is going to help Jude really apply as much pressure as they want. Back to the tower. That's going to be checkpoint 1, and Dicka Ben with 3 down again for Frostburn. That
Able to stay alive there, but not at the tower. They're gonna have to try and get back here, but they're not able to find the kills they need.
Barley, how did you survive that?
Truly, we have no idea.
Barley, how did you dodge that? You were like stuck in a corner, but not really minding it. Frostburn back on the tower, getting some breathing room, and it looks like Frostburn is able to push things back, getting back to mid, and that Zipcaster with the Tetras. Always like a spectacle. Gonna get punished though.
You do definitely need to be careful, because if everyone turns around to look at you, it can be very difficult to stay alive. But Noctis back at spawn at the moment, which might give Frostburn a little bit of what they need to get this push going. But they're gonna need to be careful here, as they need to get a couple more players down before they're able to really push that tower anywhere.
Yeah, Dicka Ben with such a punishing comp between the Blaster, the 96 and the Machine. Every attack in the flank is going to get denied by a barrage of mid-range attacks on the side of Dicka Ben.
Yep, and that is 2 down at the moment. The Julie's able to find their way up, but not before they just get sent back to mid again. They're still looking for these kills to be able to push up, but it does not seem like they're quite able to find them. That does mean that they're probably not going to be able to make another push as of yet.
Yeah, Dicka Ben 2 down, but riding the tower to the attack again is just going to get some special points off of it, retreating and keeping control of mid.
Yeah, yes, indeed, and also able to knock this down because of the jump in there, which does mean that it makes it slightly more easy to stay in mid.
Yeah, the fight is getting deep in mid right now. It looks like Dicka Ben is getting 2 down, and that's going to be the opportunity for Frostburn to push forward.
Yep, yes, indeed. They really need to get to that first checkpoint and start working on those points. Because yet again, as you can see, the lead that Dicka Ben has right now is at the second checkpoint. They need to get through the first, and then the whole way to the second, preferably through it. That is quite unfortunate with that wall, but they do not get punished for it. And it does look like they're trying to place the wall on the tower, but just not quite able to, and not able to dodge that shot from the crab there.
1 minute left, and Frostburn is just struggling to keep the fight mid, but they don't need to keep the fight mid, they need to push forward. That being said, if Frostburn manages to put that Hydra in an offensive position, secure, they could make a lot of points, but Dicka Ben right now looking to extend that lead, looking to push the tower even forward. That crab tank is going to apply so much pressure.
Yep, yes indeed. And it's definitely looking for people to kill, but not quite able to find them in the time that they had that crab up. But we are now less than 30 seconds left, and there is one person down on each side. It looks like it was a mutual trade there. That is not good for Frostburn. They really need to be on that tower, and they need to be on it now.
Yeah, that pick on the back line means right now Dicka Ben are just holding the tower, are gonna get that game 1, but this is just game 1. This is a best of 5, and Frostburn has lots of opportunities to come back.
Yep, yes indeed. Dicka Ben there, able to keep the fight in mid, which therefore meant that Frostburn could not get the points that they needed to get anywhere near that 13-point lead. They just weren't able to get through to even the first checkpoint because they just had to keep that fight going in mid. but absolutely able to take a lot of fights there against Dicka Ben. Just not quite able to utilize them to the fullest extent.
Yeah, it's like Frostburn with the Viper and the Tetras were looking for chaos, and Dicka Ben was there. Oh, we love chaos. We want more chaos. Please give us chaos. We strive on it. We feed on it.
And it worked very, very much in Dicka Ben's favor there. They were able to capitalize on that and really keep the chaos contained to mid.
But again, if Frostburn can establish their backline, can get their position set up, they could score a lot of points real fast, because once a backline like a Heavy or Hydra is set up, is there, it's so hard to approach. If Frostburn can use that aggressivity to move the rest of the team forward once, they could keep control for a long time, and on zones that's all you need to do.
Yep, yes indeed. So with Flounder, we've seen this twice already. It can be very much a lockout kind of map. Getting back on top can be incredibly difficult. Also, when there's a sloshing machine, especially, and that 96 gal with the walls to block off some ways that you can get up.
Yep.
There's definitely ways that Dicka Ben will do quite well here. But Frostburn still actually 100% of the game here. If they're able to, I'm not sure if they're going to stick with the Hydra, but if they're able to get their backline up and protected, it could really, really spell danger for Dicka Ben. So it really depends on what ends up happening there.
Yeah, and that first encounter, that first fight, could go a long way to giving one of the teams a huge lead. Because if you're able to take control of top mid, you are forcing the other team to use a lot of resources to get back in, to get that control back. And Ferrari, switching to the ballpoint now, is going to have a lot more aggressivity and speed on the side of Frostburn. That's what you need. You need to be able to go on with your team and really have as much flexibility as we can. And I love to see the light Tetra Julies coming back too.
Yes, indeed. And as we've been seeing from Dude in the tournament so far, tends to just switch between the gals, so 52 and 96, which does tend to work quite well. And we also see a switch up with the crab splash going to the tri-strike splash. But already pretty equal, one down on each side. People are looking for kills. That's 2 down for Frostburn now, which not ideal.
Not ideal, and it's such a pleasure to watch Dude. Dude with the girls doesn't care. It's like his aim is perfect, and RNG doesn't exist when he's playing with it. It's just so cool to see. But right now, Dicka Ben in full control of the top of the zone, looking to establish that lockout. And Frostburn has that inkjet is going to come and just to get near the zone. He's going to get till 9 Noctis. How did you get that? That was a jump shot.
Yep, yes it was. And that will mean there's only 1 left on the side of Frostburn, but they are able to take out 2 of Dicka Ben at the same time. So that does mean they will probably be able to get back in, but how quickly, and will they be able to get the other zone?
Frostburn, with 1 zone at least you are stopping the bleeding, but now you need to apply that penalty before Dicka Ben gets back right in, and that Booyah is going to paint the zone. That means Dicka Ben just getting a few extra points, and that's kind of pressure that makes it so much harder for your team to prepare to push. Ferrari right now holding it, getting the jumps in. And that means Frostburn is still in there, 3 versus 2 right now. Umbra Knight getting Wasabo. That is so good. Come on, if you paint the zone, you can apply penalty. You can maybe get it back right in there. It looks like Frostburn is in control.
There we go, and that will add that 55-point penalty. But Noctis is right back up here and ready to absolutely decimate. That is 3 people sent back to spawn, and that means that there's only the Wiper at the moment trying to cause some pressure sometimes, but they need their team back to help with that.
That's the trap. Oh! What?
Okay, okay, that's what they needed. They need that double.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And here comes the hammer to see if they can
Come
find
on!
anyone
Get the
else.
blood!
There's still Noctis is back, but and they
Whoa!
go down. That will definitely mean that they get this zone. How long can they
That's
keep
not
it?
over. Okay, Yoshi getting us a quad. That's putting Frostburn back in the play, getting some points. But 2v2 right now, it looks like Dicka Ben is never down for more than a second.
Yep, yes indeed. They get those jumps quickly, and I'm right here trying to find the picks that he needs, but there's more, 2 or 3 people on him. It was not looking very good, but there we go. We're trying to find our way back in here, but they just need to find their way across that bridge.
Yeah, and that tactical is going to enable Frostburn to take as many risks as they need to get that zone, apply that penalty, and score some points. Right now, it's just the machine left on the side of Dicka Ben.
Yep, yes indeed. For a second there, they were not sure where that machine was hiding, but they are on that ramp area there, which does mean that they can be a bit more, they don't have to be as hesitant if they're not hiding somewhere else in the mid. But yes, they keep working on these points here. They're trying to find as much as they can before it gets flipped over, and that they are getting closer to the lead that Dicka Ben currently has. They just need to get to 28, but that's 2 down for Frostburn.
2 down, and with just a minute left, if Dicka Ben applies penalty there, that's going to be a very tough one for Frostburn.
Yes, yes indeed. They are just looking for kills here, and that will be the zone flipped back over, but they do need to paint both.
Yes, both zones are now painted, and Frostburn needs a monster push with some left to establish a lockout, because Dicka Ben with such a big lead and a comfortable position right now.
Yes, yes indeed, but that is Noctis down. That will
2 down,
help. That's
3
3
down.
down.
Come on.
Where they need to find this sloshing machine, unless they have already pushed back to mid or back to their spawn even. So that will mean that this is what Frostburn needs. They just need to hold it.
They need to hold it, and they have 2 specials at the ready that they didn't need to use to push. That's what you want if you want to keep control for so long. That's the overtime. Oh, but 2 down already. That hammer is not gonna work, and game is going to go to Dicka Ben.
Yep, yes indeed. Frostburn looked like they were in such a strong position, but Dicka Ben just finds their way onto the zones and just gets the kills they need.
Yeah, Dicka Ben just never completely out. Always, it looks like we say, oh, this map it's so hard to get back in. Dicka Ben disagrees with us. They don't care.
Absolutely. Snowball? I don't think so. They're not letting Frostburn have any room there. They did have the zone at the end, but not for long enough. But well played to even get that zone back.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely, but that does mean that our next game, which is Rainmaker on Sturgeon Shipyard, will be match point.
Yeah, and Frostbird, they have shown us that they have the fight in them. They have the fire. They can get the pushes coming. But Dicka Ben just stopping them right a few points away, a few seconds away. 1 bomb, 1 push is all it takes. Frostburn needs everything to go their way. But they've shown us that they can do it. And if there's one mode where just you need 1 push, 1 double with a torpedo, that goes a long way with the wiper being absolutely cracked for 30 seconds. That's Rainmaker.
Yes. Yes, it is. All it takes, a wipe and you've got checkpoint, another wipe and you've got knockout.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, you just need it at the right times and to capitalize on the opportunities you can make. Because absolutely, they have the players that can do that. They absolutely do. But they need to do that before Dicka Ben does that to them.
Indeed, and Dicka Ben have shown us that they're ready to shut down anything that Frostburn is gonna throw. They have so much like no stop energy. so much. Oh yeah, whatever you're doing. Oh, you're zip casting with Tetras. Everybody says it's wrong. We don't care. And this is like what you have to stop if you're Frostburn. You have to create the surprise. You have to find the right angle, find the right nook, find the right ledge where something funny can happen. And Dicka Ben did not expect that to happen.
Yep.
And I mean, Undertow, not Undertow.
Sturgeon.
Sturgeon is the right way to do it. We are now on match point. Let's go.
Absolutely. And okay.
Okay.
It was the wrong one. It was the wrong one.
And then Zap is coming out on the side of Frostburn. Meanwhile, Luna. Noctis with Luna Blaster.
Yes, I don't think we've seen that even yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, it's like... We've seen a clash earlier. Blasters are just good now. Blasters are the meta. And Blasters players rejoice. And right now, 2 down for Dicka Ben. Frostburn activating the cooler. You can just blitz in, getting. And you can get that first checkpoint. Ferrari getting it. And that's the kind of momentum that you want. The hammer going right in, chasing the crab. Frostburn activated the best trump card and going in. And that's just the KO. Come on! Oh, come on!
What an upset! Oh my god! No one was expecting that. But we were saying that all it takes is to get some players down and to get that push going and just keep it going. Well played from Frostburn. Just, if you can do it first, then the other team doesn't have a chance.
And Frostburn completely taking the script and throwing it out the window. That's the kind of mental reset that you want. That's the kind of push that you want. That was so good. That was just everything going perfect. You got a crab tank? I don't care. I have a hammer. I'm gonna get a double with it and just enable my team to get a KO in a minute.
Yep. Yes, indeed. You think it's gonna go one way? Well, I'm here to tell you, it's not going your way. Not this game. Absolutely. But that will mean that we're going to be moving on to our game 4 of the set, which is going to be Manta Maria Splat Zones.
Yes, and that's... I mean, I've seen a bunch of that map on the tournaments, and if you manage to put a heavy on the grates next to the
The mid?
the block, the bunker.
Yes.
The grates on the enemy bunker, if you put a heavy or a ballpoint or a hydra on there, the enemy cannot get back in. There's just no way for them back in. The only way is to drop far on the right, and like the rest of the team can just wait for you there. And come on, drop. That's the only thing you can do. We're waiting for you. So, Frostburn, again, if they manage that kind of push-in, if they manage to get that energy that, yeah, we're getting in, and there's nothing you can do this time, they can initiate a lockout, and they get their heavy, they get the splatling in position. That's it. That's all they need. They can get 50 points in an instant.
Yep. Yes, indeed. Which, absolutely, if they're able to get to that point, then that can really, really work for them. But that depends on being able to get through Dicka Ben.
Yes, and here we go. 96 is coming back. Meanwhile, Dicka Ben, okay, the Luna was not the weapon. Noctis coming back to a tried and tested V Blaster.
Yep. We know he likes that one, and we know that it can work very, very well for him. So we're gonna have to see if this is gonna be it, if they're gonna be able to take this game, or if Frostburn is gonna be able to cause that chaos yet again.
Yeah, and the early crab tank is going to establish a lot of control from Dicka Ben. Dicka Ben getting control of the zones, 3 versus 2. But the ballpoint is still there, holding it. But there's kind of a push out of mid. And Frostburn not out of it, but they need to regroup and be ready to get a push in.
Yep, yes, indeed. There's that inkjet coming out and able to find one player. Noctis is down. It does look like Frostburn is trying to get these zones here. Then they are able to flip them. That's 2 down for Dicka Ben, and another one back to spawn there. So that does mean that wherever that slushing machine is, they were the last one. But they do seem to have gone back so that they can regroup together and go back in and retake this.
And look at that Frostburn in position, force the enemy on the right side. That's all you can do when you have 2 players holding the bunker. Right now, zone is taken.
That is a delayed 3 people down there. Umber Knight is back in, but not able to do very much there in the mid. That means that the 96 does have to back out just a little bit to try and stay alive.
Yeah, Frostburn with a very small lead and Dicka Ben getting rid of their penalty. Making sure things go their way. Not really a lockout though. Frostburn getting back right in. Noctis still hanging right there behind the team, but Frostburn doesn't seem to mind.
Yep, send them back to spawn.
Yep.
Yep, they don't want him there. They do not want him to stick there.
And the crab tank is going to get stopped by the Reef Slider Umber Knight with Dactyl Trap this time. It looks like Frostburn is extending their lead, but Dicka Ben is back right in. They're never completely out. And zones are both neutralized.
Yep, yes,
It's
indeed.
such a fight in mid. That's going to go Dicka Ben's way. Frostburn back to the drawing board.
Gonna have to find their way back in again. And the sooner the better.
Yeah. Noctis looking to get in as fast as can be is going to get punished both by Yoshi and Umbre. That's going to be a push for Frostburn with the hammer.
Yep, Frostburn looking to find the kills that they need there, and they're able to flip the zone back over, but that's 2 down, 3 down for Frostburn. That is not looking good. They're not going to be able to hold that, but they still got more of a penalty on Dicka Ben, which is always, always important.
Yeah,
You do have to be careful with this crab tank though.
Yeah, that crab tank is going to prolong establish really control for Dicka Ben. Dicka Ben is going to get rid of their penalty and are looking to KO right now.
Yep, yes indeed. That does, Noctis is down on the side of Dicka Ben, which can be what they need to get back in. And it does look like they might be able to do it. Yes, there we go! That is the flip they were looking for, and that's 3! 3 of Dicka Ben back to spawn. This is exactly what they need.
Yeah, Dicka Ben back to having to attack. Frostburn is not going out without several fights. And that's what we love to see. Frostburn out of their penalty on 4 versus 2 right now. They could get the lead. They are still in. And Dicka Ben, like right now, they're on the back. They are losing that lead. And with 1 minute left, they need to get back in.
Yes, yes indeed. And that is 2v2 at the moment.
2v1.
Dicka Ben trying to keep this alive, but Frostburn back to their spawn. This very, very well could be the push that Dicka Ben need to get this lead back, but not if Frostburn has anything to say about it.
Yeah, Frostburn needs to regroup very fast if they want to keep that lead, otherwise it's going to be a very hard one. The Inkjet is already in there, trying to get that pick, is going to be confirmed by the Tetras. Tetras going to the zone, missing the zone with the Reef Slider. The control is kept, and that's going to be the lead for Dicka Ben.
Oh goodness, that is not what they needed there. They needed to get to that zone, but it does not look like it's going to be enough. They are not able to get to it, and that is why. Oh my goodness, that was so close.
Dicka Ben sealing the deal, but there was sweat to get that deal closed.
They definitely had to try very, very hard to make sure that they were able to get that game. Oh my goodness, it was so back and forth, and there was a long period of time where Frostburn had that lead. They just were not able to get back in right at the end.
Yeah, Frostburn can leave the stage happy with themselves. Congratulations to them.
They have done incredibly well that set. Because Dicka Ben going into that, they were probably feeling very comfortable there.
Oh, yeah.
But those were not comfortable games to win for Dicka Ben. They were difficult games. Absolutely.
Yes, and we're going to see more of Dicka Ben in semi-finals. But who are they gonna fight, Sally? We don't know.
We don't know yet, but we're gonna have to get to that
very
next
soon.
set real soon. But first of all, we're gonna have to go on a little short break to get everything set up. So absolutely don't be going anywhere. This will be the last set of the quarterfinals coming up right now. So stick around.